So Truckrs was founded in 2022. We are 3 co-founders. There's 7 employees. So it's a young startup, and we are developing a marketplace to join freelancers and the transport industry to transport companies. So basically do recruitment, but not with employees, more like a relationship between freelancers and transport companies. So we quickly thought about the fact that we needed a database and a way to analyze and explore this database of candidates. In the beginning, we were doing it obviously on the Google Sheet, like most of the startups when they begin. And rapidly, after 4 or 5 months, we needed to make sure that it was actually industrialized, especially because we had few recruits coming in, and I was the only one using it before. So we had only one let's say, access to the database, and the more people we get into the database, the more professional the software has to become. Well, we had a few analysis on the market of different softwares, and it appears that we had to choose between a simple CRM to handle everything related to different clients, plus a separate ATS specifically handled for different candidates, because as we are a marketplace, we need both accesses to clients and to candidates. And out of what happened on the market at the time, and again, maybe still today, the Recruit CRM was one of the best solutions that combined both accesses and a smooth user experience. Well, I was not using any combination before. In my previous life, I was a commercial. And so as a salesperson, I had a few CRM experiences. And so let's say that it was the first time I met a CRM that was both CRM and ATS. And so I didn't have any experience before, and it was a good discovery. We heard about you through another client of yours called Avisio, who's also doing recruiting in Paris. And so the founder of Avisio, Henry, was a good friend of ours. And so he recommended the solution as it is, I think, still currently his current solution. Onboarding was good. It was very convenient to have someone dedicated to answer different questions. It's actually still the same person that I'm talking to today, Sanjib. Hi, Sanjib. And so it was very helpful to have someone knowing the solution very well, and also making sure that I accompanied all the way in the different steps. So the first metric I could actually share is that we started to import different jobs in the database of the Recruit CRM through other third-party services. And so the good news is that instead of having a very awful Google Sheet, we had a specific view on this job offers. And so this increased by almost 1,000%, but maybe it's a very specific example. Once it was in place, and I had a few recruits of these colleagues today of mine, let's say that it increases between 20 and 50% of the time, the time spent to find the information and the ability to put in the correct action into the CRM. So the fact that it's actually a solution combining a CRM and an ATS helps, gaining time by 20 to 50%. And then out of the revenue, so we almost did times 10 the revenue from last year to this year. So yeah, it was multiplication by 10. Sure. So before CRM, as I mentioned, I was on the Google Sheet, more like an Excel file online. And so the Google Sheet was having, like a table view of different data, mostly coordinates and contact details and the locations and wishes. And so it was kind of nice looking, but it was not efficient. And so the main differences that we implemented was to have access to, thanks to Recruit CRM, a solution that combines both entities, like a contact, like a company, like a job offer, like a candidate, like a deal. So all of these are entities that I was not able to do in Google Sheets. And then the good news now that we have long run usage of Recruit CRM is that it's also enabling us to do reports and making sure that we can project the revenues of Truckrs on the long run. It's for sure the research bar. I think it's the massive differentiation between various CRMs. The ability to have on the top left corner the research bar to find anything in the CRM. It's actually, I think, the best feature. My future expectation is to increase, I think, the two things that we could increase, and I'm expecting it to come because Sanjib already announced it, is the ability to do more business intelligence on the data that I'm expecting to analyze. So more reports, more data exports, more automation also within the CRM. So it's already very complete. So there's already very many various options and functionalities, and I think I'm missing both the ability to do some very, very specific reports that I would like, because there are lots of reports existing, but I'm missing more specific reports, and also do some automatization of actions, clicking on one button to fill in other buttons. I think that's where the CRM is going to, because that's what the roadmap was showing, and it's a good news. Yeah, sure. I definitely recommend Recruit CRM. There's two reasons, I think, mostly. The first one is the ability to combine a CRM and ATS, very professional on both sides. I think it becomes one single solution, very easy for a recruitment agency. I think it's a very important thing to notice. The second reason I would recommend Recruit CRM is that it's also an international solution, so we can have access to various languages, various countries, different timestamps, different time zones. And so for a global company, it's also very useful.